Shalom, family. Good to see everybody here. Well, we're going to look at what has gone on in DC since Donald Trump made his announcement about the National Guard and the feds taken to the streets because he claims the crime is going through the roof. But to this very day, the media and everybody is still saying crime is going down, it's not going up. And I stand on what I said. I believe this is a distraction from the Epstein files. I really do. Donald Trump needs to do something big and grand to distract everybody from Epstein. So the people in DC, you can tell they're at ease. They're very uncomfortable. And they're saying people are afraid to come out in the streets. And the National Guard and the feds are virtually on every single corner in DC, walking up and down the streets, asking people for ID, so it's not a good situation for those residents. And I really feel bad for them. But this is what Donald Trump has done. So I guess if he can't get martial law, he'll just try to create the situation for it because he knows we're not coming out in those streets. He already knows it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And those of you that live in DC, be careful out there. Be careful, because I know if this was happening around me, I know darn well I would never like it. I would never like this going on around me. Who the hell wants the feds and the National Guard walking around being all nosy, getting all up in your business? Who the hell wants that? And you know who's going to always get it the worst is going to be the people that are not a problem because they're soft targets. That's who they're going to really hone down on. Anybody that's not really a problem, a soft target, not doing anything, that's who they'll be approaching. And anybody that's a real problem, they won't be bothering them. Okay, let me share my screen. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you.
Y'all, DC looks empty right now. Like, it's weird out here. Trump sent over 800 National Guards out into the city today. And he took over the police station. He's saying it's about crime, but crime is actually down this year. It looks like everybody is just staying in the house because the vibe is off. The whole city feels tense. National Guard everywhere, police under federal control. It just feels like the city got taken over overnight. This is DC today, August 11th, 2025. I've never seen it like this. It's just crazy. One day you wake up and the whole city is under a totally different kind of watch. This just makes you wonder what's next and how long is this going to last. If you're in Washington, D.C., stay safe out there. And if you've been feeling the same weird energy, you are not alone. I don't know what's coming next for our city, but all we can do is pray.
National Guard members are now patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C. after President Trump launched his crackdown on crime. Their first mission is to patrol the National Mall and offer a presence at the city's monuments. White House officials say the troops are there to assist local law enforcement and clear out homeless encampments. The Army says guardsmen are not carrying weapons, but do have access to them.
lots of reinforcements and a huge presence right now of troops. This is very big.
And worse. This is Liberation Day in DC, and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the DC Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The National Guard has taken over Washington, D.C. How do you guys feel about this? The crime in D.C. is about to go to zero as they are in the nation's capital taking over. How do you feel about this? Is this too much, or is this exactly what the president should have done? President Trump ordered them in. They have now taken authority over the police department in Washington, D.C. The National Guard is taking over. There will pretty much be little to 0% in crime now, as they have taken over. They have federalized this as it is already a federal state in control, but now they are in command of the police department out there in DC. Even the mayor, even everyone who does not like Trump are coming out and saying, you know what? We need this help. There's no reason why we should be the murder capital of the world, even if crime, according to Democrats, have gone down. Which brings me to what I got to show you from Judge Jeanine Pirro. As you can see right here, these are the images of the National Guard in DC right now. As they are they're in command, they are taking over the streets. Again, we've seen bad things happen in Washington, D.C. Before we get to Judge Jeanine Pirro, well, we've seen, congressmen and women attacked. I remember there was a congressman who was shot out there in these streets right next to the White House. So here we go. So, and now that we watch these videos of the streets, here is Judge Jeanine Pirro going off the script, because now the media is giving Trump a lot of backlash, and anyone supporting this a lot of backlash, because of the fact that they claim that the crime is down, that crime statistics are actually at an all-time low in Washington, D.C. And I'm also going to show you a lot of people in Washington, D.C., they're actually very and extremely happy about what's going on. But first, let's go here to Judge Jeanine.
Y'all see how they go into endless blocks in D.C., just hopping out on people, harassing them? That is not going to stop these youngins from killing, y'all. Like, what part of this don't y'all understand? They're going to try to find a loophole to kill still. Like, y'all got to try to find programs for these kids. Try to help these kids get legit money. Well, they not trying to hear, oh, yeah, y'all just popping out, harassing people for 30 days straight, and then they go back to the regular lives killing. Was growing up, we had summer camps, programs, all type of stuff. Now they only got a Glock with a switch with a 30 in it. I understand what you're trying to do to like decrease the crime, but Mo, here, that's not going to work. Really just teaching them to be better criminals. Me personally, try to find something where people can get, the young kids can get legit money. If they can get legit money, a lot of stuff wouldn't happen. But then again, niggas got ops. You run into your op when you trying to get legit money. I ain't gonna lie, there ain't no saving the youth. I ain't gonna hold you. It's too far gone. The youth is gonna keep killing. It's like, it's nothing gonna fix it, in my personal opinion. Like, people died, like, it ain't no squashing certain things when people die. So it's like all this police hopping out on people, harassing people. Then y'all start harassing civilians at that. Like, that's not going to help y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all, but it ain't going to help y'all. To all the young niggas, man, just be safe, y'all. Put y'all head on the swivel, man. I just pray for every youngin' out here still outside doing what they doing, man. Because all my friends dead or in jail, so I don't gotta, like, I can't, that's the only thing I can tell y'all. It only come with two things, death or jail. So, and I hung with some serious people in this city. I'm talking about the ones that need documentaries in this city. Like, I'm telling y'all, so it's just me personally, like, man, just stay smart, stay out them people's way, and get to the money, y'all, on a coup.
You good? Are you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay? You got hit?
I'm good. They're
How y'all doing today? Y'all staying in that trouble? You got your ID on you, chick?
Well, no, I live right here.
Cool.
It's a cigarette. Did y'all get a call or something about right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keep everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal surge that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like
No.
Code 3, anything like that people are putting up? All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together, 7 days and going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offenses, smoking, drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside, right? Most people know that. So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into, there's multiple agencies, there's shootings, things like that. There's extra hands as well, right? So we're just out here trying to inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life over a joint or something like that, all right?
I only asked because when you walked up, at the moment you walked up, you only had eggs.
Yeah, well, it smelled like the odor of marijuana, burnt marijuana in the air, right? And you're the only guy that had something lit in your hand, and I didn't flash it, so I didn't realize it was just a cigarette. So that's on me. I appreciate you understanding and not getting it. All right, so just know, right? Learn, teach, tell your boys, like, yo, everybody's out, from FBI to park police. Right? So do your thing. Let them know. Don't be smoking outside. Don't be drinking outside. Because Donald Trump is tired of it. People come to visit.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know smoking in public?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the rest of the
Because they're learning that it's recreational use, so I didn't know.
Yeah, so DC is recreational use as well, right? But you can legally possess up to 2 ounces. You can gift an ounce to your boy, right? So if you had 2 ounces and he said he needed a zip, you can give him a zip, but you can't smoke outside.
With tourists and children strolling past.
This is a bit startling.
The Army says the National Guard troops will support local law enforcement and that some have been directed to maintain a presence at national monuments. But that's an area of the nation's capital where crime has been generally low. City officials say the troops will be unarmed, but an Army official said they will have access to their weapons just stored elsewhere nearby. The Guard deployment comes the day after President Trump declared a temporary federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department, a move D.C.'s mayor called an authoritarian push and an intrusion of the district's autonomy. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who President Trump says is now in charge of the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, met with Mayor Muriel Bowser.
What I'm focused on is the federal surge and how to make the most of the additional officer support that we have.
Crime in the district has been trending downward, with violent crime down 26% from last year and the homicide rate down 11%. President Trump is also vowing to clean up the Capitol and get homeless people off the streets.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
President Trump's decision to order a federal takeover of the Washington, D.C. Police Department is unprecedented. It is also limited. Under federal law, he can only do it for 30 days unless Congress authorizes a longer takeover. As for that National Guard deployment, there is no such time limitation on that. Diane?
all right, John Carl. Thank
I just came outside. I've been inside all day. It is fucking border patrol on every fucking corner in Northeast. Stay inside, stay safe, be smart. I wouldn't even advise you to jaywalk at this point. Like, it's not safe. Stay safe, be smart. Talking to the men, okay? Man, it's border patrol on every corner in Northeast.
These folks vaccine in the way that he had, like not into GT. Yep. And so, shoot, if
I'll be good. That was a whole pool. I noticed that. I would say.
But I
Then it would like all photographers in the gravel. So that way we are all safe.
Ini macam dah ni. It's my life.
Yes, they are doing random stops of people driving through in cars. They're doing that too. So, yeah, it's crazy. I don't think, ooh, I would not like that. But, it's not like the people in DC have a choice. Donald Trump, this is what he did after some former Doge employee got his ass handed to him out on the streets out there. So, this is the extreme he went to. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I just think this is stupid. I mean, I know there's crime everywhere, but these folks, you can clearly tell they are shook. And they said, DC don't even feel the same with all of these feds and National Guards walking around, and they're out there all night, y'all. This is 24/7. They are out there walking up and down streets, and patrolling all day and all night. So I know they got to be uncomfortable. And yeah, they can make random stops. And like I said, the only ones that are going to suffer are the ones that are not committing crimes. You know how these folks are. They never get the hard criminals, but they always get the little kid walking down the street, or some guy coming home from work, or some woman just standing out on her porch. Those are the kind of people they take down. But the ones that are causing all the problems, they seem to never get those folks. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. If Donald Trump get away with this in DC, yeah, other cities are coming. Yeah, he's going to do the same thing. And one of the biggest complaints is they notice he's doing this in cities where a lot of our people are. Those are the cities that he's targeting. So it's not shocking to me. It really truly isn't. But I just pray for the people in DC. I hope, who knows how long this is going to go on. I heard 30 days, and then I heard it could be longer than 30 days. But nevertheless, it's still a very bad situation for the residents. And as you can see, like that woman said, it's a weekday. You would usually see people out and about, in DC. And the streets look like a ghost town. You didn't hardly see nobody out there. People are afraid, and they don't want to be a target. to the feds and the National Guard. And you know how it is. They ain't going to look at anybody that look like them. They're going to look at the people that look like us. They're going to always be the number one target. Mhm. I know it's crazy. But like I said, and like I showed y'all yesterday, the crime is going down in DC. It's actually getting better. It's not getting worse. That's why I'm saying it's got to be a lot more behind this that we're just not seeing on the surface. It's got to be a lot more behind this. And we'll soon find out if Donald Trump is doing something shady. We will see it. It will come to light eventually. Yeah, I agree. 6'3" soldier, stay off of the streets, y'all. My subscribers that are in DC, stay off of the streets. If you can stay off the streets, do that. Absolutely. Because you know Donald Trump is itching to get martial law started. And we've actually complicated it for him because we have not been out protesting. Every little trick they have tried, we have not fall for it. We stay out of the streets and we're not helping these immigrants protest. So it's been difficult for them to lure us out so that they could declare martial law. So I guess if we're not going to go out there, then he'll do something extreme because they just can't trip us up anymore. We're not falling for any of their tricks. So I guess he feels he's got to do something to try to push this martial law stuff along and don't help them for real. Don't help these folks. So, y'all, I just wanted to show you this update on what's going on since Donald Trump called for the National Guard. Can you imagine that? Crime is down, and he called for the National Guard to come in. But when January 6th happened, a real crime was going on. The National Guard was not called in to go up to the Capitol. You know, talk about ass backwards for real. So I would like to thank Gigi. Thank you for the super sticker. I deeply appreciate you supporting my channel. So y'all, please enjoy the rest of your night and be on the lookout for my videos and live streams tomorrow. Shalom, family.